One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. Opinion is the medium between knowledge and ignorance. No one is a friend to his friend who does not love in return. Love is a serious mental disease. Music is a moral law. It gives soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and charm and gaiety to life and to everything. A good decision is based on knowledge and not on numbers. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. The measure of a man is what he does with power. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. The beginning is the most important part of the work. We are twice armed if we fight with faith. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. The empty vessel makes the loudest sound. The greatest wealth is to live content with little. The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. To be conquered by yourself is of all things most shameful and vile. Courage is knowing what not to fear. For a man to conquer himself is the first and noblest of all victories. Democracy is a charming form of government, full of variety and disorder, and dispensing a sort of equality to equals and unequals alike. At the touch of love, everyone becomes a poet. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honor, and lovers of gain. Death is not the worst that can happen to men. A hero is born among 100. A wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. This city is what it is because our citizens are what they are. Better a little which is well done than a great deal imperfectly. Ignorance, the root and stem of all evil. Let parents bequeath to their children not riches, but the spirit of reverence. When men speak ill of thee, live so as nobody may believe them. Love is the joy of the good, the wonder of the wise, the amazement of the gods. Science is nothing but perception. Poets utter great and wise things which they do not themselves understand. Every heart sings a song, incomplete, until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. Life must be lived as play. The direction in which education starts a man will determine his future in life. Attention to health is life's greatest hindrance. This and no other is the root from which a tyrant springs. When he first appears, he is a protector. When there is an income tax, the just man will pay more and the unjust less on the same amount of income. Wonder is the feeling of the philosopher, and philosophy begins in wonder. Justice in the life and conduct of the state is possible only as first it resides in the hearts and souls of the citizens. Poetry is nearer to vital truth than history. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. All the gold which is under or upon the earth is not enough to give in exchange for virtue. Justice means minding one's own business and not meddling with other men's concerns. To be sure I must, and therefore I may assume that your silence gives consent. Must not all things at the last be swallowed up in death? The punishment which the wise suffer who refuse to take part in the government is to live under the government of worse men. Astronomy compels the soul to look upwards and leads us from this world to another. When the mind is thinking, it is talking to itself. It is right to give every man his due.